Brother Bolo, if you're now in this space again, big up on yourself. Thanks for being here. Alright, the PMP have a chat with the taxi man them see? So we want to cover that real quick in a real time. So make we see what go on. So make we see what go on. Alright, share my screen. Bam bam bam. Alright, see it there. First, we have a picture right here, so. Market G. Where this?
We believe that the Transport Authority should come back to implement. One, the Transport Authority. We believe that the Transport Authority should come back to its core function, which is regulating the transport sector. Not enforcer for the laws, but to regulate the transport authority, the sector itself. Because without proper data, we can't know how to grow the sector and how to improve the transport sector. And that is what the Transport Authority, and remember, the Transport Authority doesn't have responsibility only for public passenger vehicle, but that's for commercial carriers and various other licensing and regulating regime for other part of the public transport sector overall. But the Transport Authority, and it is something that this administration more than any other has used the Transport Authority as a revenue to gain revenue to run the authority. So as an example of what is happening now with the salary increases that has taken place for the last 2 years, last year financial year, and it will happen this financial year, the Transport Authority is unable to finance itself from its own revenue. So it now has to get a subsidy.
He needs some milk
to operate. Financial year, the Transport Authority is unable to finance itself from its own revenue. So it now has to get a subsidy from the Ministry of Finance to operate the Transport Authority. And what has this administration done? It has opened up the licensing regime for more hackney carriages within the KMTR to bring in more revenue without using data to drive the sector itself. And that is something that we don't agree with. For an example, what they did was to set to some operators come and start going and running as route taxis, and while giving them that route taxi license, they have opened up the hackney carriage again to drive more competition on those who can only operate on a certain route. That for us is unjust. It is unreasonable for those who are investors in an overall transport system.
People want to think that is a sound argument protecting the drivers them and the people them interest. And so sound argument, a lie? Yeah. You know them have so much. I don't hear that, brother.
Reasoning. And I want to hail up the men at the head table. You know, on this certain man is to hail the man. This afternoon is very important to the public transport sector. We have been going across the island with various activities, but there are two churchmen at this table here. One is Julian and the other is me. So every time I go to church, I say Julian. So I said, this time you know, get away from me, because we have a talk. And when we start the talking, it blossomed into more. So Julian said, hold on, you man. The leader want to be a part, and the constituency connect into Crossroads. So this afternoon I'm very elated to have all the senior persons of the People's National Party gathered here this afternoon to hear the questions from persons like Curious over there in Patterson on the transport sector, and Mr. Finnegan here. These guys talk, eat, walk, drive public transportation questions and issue. They cost me 24 hours a day.
but I have a good friend in the audience, counsel. You know I can hold it down, eh? But this afternoon, we want to do two things. We want to ask the leader what are the plans. We want to ask our own minister in waiting what are the plans. And we want to hear from them definitively their plans for us. I was speaking a few minutes ago, party leader, to a certain media person. And I said to him, our biggest problem in the public transport sector is the fact that I've never seen so many taximen creep up and put behind bars over the past 2 years. I'm in the system 25 years. The past 2 years, since 2023, hundreds of them. And most of them pay the ticket 2-3 times and they pay it again. And what, E32 or PE32 is coming, right? Drive around in half a tree in the sun, handcuffed in the back of the van. That must stop. And I'm going to ask a very straightforward question, leader, but for right now, we are here this afternoon to reason together. As the Bible said, come, let us reason this transportation business, because we are not rapists. We are not abductors. We are conductors. And those who say them something, they must stop it. And stop it now. Because
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
And those who say them something, they must stop it. And stop it now. Because come September morning, we can carry the picking, the middle class, the upper class, everybody to work, school and play. And you can rest assured, from I was born until now, the transport sector has been doing their job and will continue to do it. So these are my few words here now, and I'll hand back to Member of Parliament Robinson to continue.
What a embarrass. Hey, Jamaica Labour Party has sink themselves, you know. What a utter embarrass. People, you hear what the man said a while ago? Those who are demonizing the taximen, they must stop it. Desmond Mackenzie, Wola Ono, Daryl Vaz, right? All I know in the Jamaica Labour Party, we are demonizing the tax, and look who idiot follower them. When you forgot some used to go to school and I same taxi them. When you forgot say you have some of them are years them there. In this thing after. Right? You know much trust we put in the taxi man them for carry with Pinnacle school and carry them back home. And when out here try to make the man them look like say them are some criminal. And we just run with it because they want to come with them bus system. And who are going to benefit from the bus system? And who are first them say it's free, and next you have to pay $100. So who will make the money off of the bus them? More know. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on there. As so much people drop off. And what go on? Them can't see life. Something right. Something is not right. Something is not right. I don't know. But I don't know what go on. But the people in drop off. I saw it go. I don't know what happened. But the next thing what the man talk about is the prison them. See? The bag of prison them. And the next thing. The man, not the prison them. The man them are in prison the man them are the next thing the man talk about. See? That is bad. That is very, very bad. And something is not right. See if it come up back. Hopefully it come up. But we go to the next thing, you know. Yeah. So you have a bunch of taxi men that have become now criminals. So it's like them a increase the criminal them. And the man them a say them pay them ticket and them a lock them up. So I be a taxi man a go to jail. Yeah, that really help. That come like why? That Yo, the jail pay one backward government still in the man. Why man, you just damage the country more and more, yeah, man. PMP for listen to the money, man, hear the money, man, brother. Hear this.
Lose their driver's license as a result of these illegal tickets. And members, when we demonstrate, we don't demonstrate because we want to cause a problem or, you know, give them a hard time. What we demonstrate for is for an improvement in the working condition of members. And I'm pleased to hear again what the opposition Minister for Transport, Mr. Michael Phillips, is putting on the table, and what the party leader is putting on the table. My message to all taxi operator and bus operator, it is very simple. You cannot support any individual, any organization, or any government that abuse you. Good day.
Let me just say the Johnson's Petroleum, which operates United, has kindly come on board and provided sponsorship for 10 operators to get some gas towards your vehicle. All right? Thank you very much. Let me just...
First of all, you know, we just want to say thank you to the mayor, because we have a lot of vendors who are taxi operators who operate early in the morning to ensure that they find that money to pay the ticket. Mr. Finnegan has spoke about it. A lot of dialogue, Mr. Finnegan, that we're still dialoguing to ensure that better communication with the taxi operators who are citizens of the country, who is paying tax, and that revenue is helping to build the country. And I just want to say that the power of the people must speak. The taxi operator must stand together, stick together, and speak out, because this country belongs to the people. Thank you.
On behalf of the public transportation sector, especially within the KMTR, we want to thank you, Mayor Swaby. We would have sent the thanks to him, but I want to say it in this forum. A couple of weeks ago, a crisis came up, and I reached out to President Newman and I said, reach out to the mayor for us. We need an urgent meeting with him. He could not accommodate us himself, but within less than 5 hours, he arranged with the CEO and other personnel at the parish council to meet with us with immediate effect. And out of that meeting, within another 3 days, he instructed the very same team to go with us in the area that we were looking at. Which politician does this for a sector that has been rejected? I have been having regular conversation with the opposition spokesperson between 2022 and now. We have a good relationship, I would say, when we meet in the media, at Parliament, and on the phone. And he will tell you that every time I hear something negative, I reach out to him and I say, please assure me that it is not true. And he would assure me. I would have discussed with him the future players in the People's National Party that I have identified. And just to let you know that in 2022, when I took on this government, I was labeled as an operative of the People's National Party. And 3 days later, National Intelligence Bureau came for me. Wow. I still stand up to fight for the sector because it is my concern and it is our concern that you can be invested in 1.5 vehicles when it comes on to car, 3.5 to 4.5 when it comes on to the vaccines, 8 million to 9 million when it comes on to the flat screen. And just last week I realized that the coaster buses are now at 16 million. And then you are operating at the mercy, the discretion, and the leniency of the agency of the state. It is totally wrong. And so, even though in my own view, the meeting here is a little bit late, but when the sector heard about it, they were energized. And one investor that is here today is saying, Mr. Finnegan, it is better to be late than never. And so on behalf of the sector, leaders at the head table, we thank you. We appreciate it. And we hope that this will be the first of many. The mayor, November, December, January, February, March, April, and even June, just 2 months ago, he would have sent another team to meet with us. Now the mayor have done his part. Here now are the head of the opposition within the country, and they see it fit to meet with us. I close my saying to party leader, finance minister in waiting, opposition spokesman and transportation. As we speak today, there is 23,285 warrants to be issued for traffic offences. 11,285 is for public transportation sector. I said it to the president of the private sector organization in 2023 that at the rate license were being suspended, if it continue along that road, it is going to have a serious effect on the family of our investors and operators. It is going to have a serious effect on the private sector organization because we are the largest movers of goods and service in this country.
But Jamaica, when me hear right here, so is alarming, you know. The numbers them is alarming. Is there a gentrification happening of the public transportation operatives? Are they being pushed out? What is happening? This man said that when he came out against the government. Let me find about that part because no sir. This too serious. Hold on there. This too serious. Hold on.
And on this government, I was labeled as an operative of the People's National Party. And 3 days later, National Intelligence Bureau came for me.
So this man came out against the government to his account, right? And how much days later, yes, my boss? Who come for you? Not my word. Make you play that back. This are too serious. Hold on.
Intelligence Bureau.
So the National Intelligence Bureau, cause sometimes it's slow enough. Sometimes you have to listen one couple times first. National Intelligence Bureau come for you 3 days later. You know see I want draconian government this we have. You know see all the signs them of a dictatorship type government. You know see how God has humbled them. To the point them a talk about a third term is not guaranteed. To the point where them a look sorry for. Andrew is a compensation about I work hard for my money and I never exploited the people. We're not even going to talk about that right now, but I'm just saying 3 days later, them come for this man, the National Intelligence Bureau. Mighty God, hold on there. Play that back again because something alright. Hold on, I can't believe I'm just here.
The Intelligence Bureau came for me. I still stand up to fight for the sector because it is my
nah. That's some cold ass, boy. That is some cold stuff, boy. That is some cold. Big up the mayor.
About how it is that
Big up the mayor. People,
Kingston
on the earphone yourself. Let me know what you think about that. It seems the transport sector done with this government too. Wow, so much of the man them get imprisoned and all of these things. It don't look good. Alright, it don't look good. I went this is today. Road tour. I want to have Andrea cover the road tour here today. Today is supposed to holiday, you know. Yo, I could see it gonna. Today Tuesday. What me I talk about Wednesday? Today Tuesday. Why am I running up the days? Man, listen. My apologies. I'm off, man. Hey, so tomorrow holiday. Tomorrow the 6th, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about that. Big up on yourself. The word is love. I'm out. Peace.